everyone. I'm Thomas,
And I'm Kizzy.
and we are the Crawford Chronicles. First off, I would like to say good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are off to a good, positive day. Today, we would like to start a conversation on something that is near and dear to us.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we have been discussing this for the past several days, and we want to talk about how to deal and manage disgruntled customers.
Right.
Disgruntled customers. So, as we all know, we all would love to just start a business or start a service and just provide that service, provide that product, and every customer that we have would be just happy with our services or with our product. It's 2023. That's not happening. Everyone right now is going through a financial crunch, and people are more and more choosy and more apprehensive about the company that they choose. So today we want to talk about not those 9 situations where everything goes great. We want to talk about that one situation where it just goes horrible. No matter what you do, your customer is not happy. So we're going to help you guys out because I know we're not the only ones dealing with this. You know, my wife, she's a real estate agent. I own a moving company. And our goal every day is to provide first class service to our customers and clients. So I want to start the conversation off with my wife and ask her, Kizzy, what is your best tactic for dealing with customers that are not happy with your service or product?
Well, I think first things first is you have to listen to them. And I think a lot of times people just want to be heard. They want to be able to tell you what was the problem and for you to feel empathy for whatever they got going on. So I think that's the main thing that clients want to do. So I think if you can at least start out doing that and seeing is there a way that you guys can figure out a way to compromise and move forward because things does not always go right. You don't always communicate well. You may that person may need something that you didn't know that they needed, and so being able to get that feedback from them is great, and being able to help the situation come to an agreement. Now, when we cannot come to agreement, I think that's where the problem begins.
And that's pretty much what that's why I wanted to have this open discussion today because as you know, you can listen to your customer,
Mhm.
you can empathize with them, but then at the same time, you do know the type of product that you are representing to the customer. So my question and my concern is those customers where you listen to their grievances,
Mhm.
uh, you know, first off, you were empathetic about the situation,
Right.
and your number one goal is to see what avenue can we take so the customer walks away feeling like they had a good experience with your company.
Right. Right. Definitely want to make sure you do that. But that don't always be the case. Because at the end of the day, we still have contracts that we have to abide by. So, especially for your business have contracts, and contracts are binding. And so sometimes people don't read the contracts, don't know all the things in the contract, and then when you have to enforce the contract, that's when people want you to do something different.
Yeah, and that's when you're the bad guy.
That's
Usually,
guy.
for some odd reason, as a service provider, we always provide contracts to our customers. But for some reason, customers don't read the contracts until something goes wrong. And 99% of the time, they say, well, I didn't have time to read the contract. So since they didn't have time to read the contract, is there anything that we can do? Because we still have to protect our company. And listen, companies are sometimes at a disadvantage because you want to protect your company and you also want that customer to be happy.
Right.
But when you start talking contract, for some reason, everyone gets nervous. Everyone gets a little heated about the contract
Right.
because the contract is not just to protect the company. The contract is to also protect
The
the
client.
client and the customer.
And most contracts, why they get longer and longer, is because something has caused, something happened that needs to be added into the next contract and the next contract to keep something from happening again.
Yeah.
That's usually how it always happens. It's not just a simple contract. It may start out simple, but because an incident happened and it wasn't protected in the first contract, you add it on and you add it on.
Exactly, because sometimes you can find yourself getting into a gray area.
Right.
Because people are smart. The people that do look over contracts, they can always find a loophole in that contract that benefits the customer. And it's good that customers do that because when you find that loophole, it lets the company know that we need to do more homework to protect ourselves moving forward.
Right. And of course, we want the contracts to be a win-win for both parties. We just want everybody to go in with their eyes wide open. And I think a lot of times clients just sign off on stuff
Yeah.
and don't read over it. And
Because
then
as a society, as a
it'll go
consumer, we
fast.
want what we want. We just want to get this. We want to get our product or we want to get our service, and we just want to go and we want to move on. No one, if no one starts a business saying that they want to provide good service. A business is like anything else. We have our good days and we have our bad days. Sometimes businesses make the mistake of putting teams out there or putting a product out there, and it doesn't represent that company as it often did uh, in the past.
Okay.
Because it could be stipulation where you have a certain employee that decides to call off last minute.
Right.
So the company have to make adjustments with the schedule because you can't just call a customer and say, listen, Ted didn't show up, so we're going to cancel services for you because we all know when customers have been waiting on that service or product for months on end, you can't just at the last minute cancel that.
Right.
There's no way you can call yourself a quality company if you do that. So the goal should always be to provide a good service, and sometimes by doing that, certain mistakes happen that normally wouldn't because you probably had to plug in a less experienced person on that product.
True, but the thing about it is it's always a chance that something doesn't go right. I mean,
It's
you
always.
can have the best crew, you can have the best product, and something can always not go satisfactory to that client. And so I don't think it's necessarily about something that caused you not to have the good quality. It's just sometimes it happens.
Exactly. Yes.
And I think people can be your best friend until something bad happens.
They can be your best friend and they can be your worst enemy.
What something bad happens. So something, well, not even bad, something that's not to their standards happen. They feel like now you're the worst person ever, even though they raved about you prior to, and you've done so many. You could have done 100 deals right, but if you do one wrong, that one is gonna negate all the 100 that was done right. That's the bad thing about businesses.
Yeah, because businesses are like our child. They're like our kids. We care about our business, and we don't want anyone to say anything negative about our business because that's how we provide our livelihood, and that's what we build on just the love of what we do. Here's the thing. I always know there's majority of the customers you can always come to a happy medium. You can always come to a happy medium where they feel like as a company you did everything you can or could to justify whatever wrong that occurred during that process. But it's a very small percentage of your customers. I call it like the 1%ers.
1%.
The 1%ers, they are the customers who, no matter what you say, no matter what resolve you try to have with that service, they're just not going to be happy.
No.
And some of them even become irate, sometimes irate and disrespectful to you as a business because they feel like you're a business. You have to always maintain a certain decorum.
Right.
So they're going to be disrespectful just to see if you're going to get outside of your character.
Right. And that's a bad thing. You know, even as consumers, we've had things to not go right, and we've called and had issues with things, but we've never just like, if you don't fix this, then what?
Yeah.
We've never just been so disrespectful to a business, but we
Yeah.
find that you do deal with that.
Yeah.
People call and they think that they can just talk to businesses any kind of way and they're supposed to accept it because they're the professional and you don't supposed to get out of character.
Yeah, you're the professional, so you're supposed to take what I'm giving you.
Right. And unfortunately, most of the time you don't have to take it, but you always have to take the high road.
Yeah.
You can't just start talking like they're talking, unfortunately.
You can't because I think sometimes that 1%, that's what they want. They want to see if you are what you say you are. And I think sometimes that's just who that person is. And I think oftentimes it's to see if you as a business or as a business owner is going to ever get outside of your character with them. So this is the conclusion I came on. We're dealing with these 1%ers. And it's not 20%, it's not 40, it's not 60, it's 1% of your customer base are going to be that customer where it's just nothing you can say or do to rectify the situation and they can walk away feeling happy about your product or service. Mm-hmm. Are you guys ready for it? Give them what they want. Give them what they want.
Yeah.
Give them what they want. It's 1%. It's 1%. And the beautiful thing about business is it can be a tax write-off for your business. So if you think about it, just say, for instance, if your profit each year is $100,000, and you had issues with that 1% of that 100,000, which is $1,000, that $1,000 is $1,000 lesson that you paid. It's a $1,000 learning lesson that you paid for you moving forward to help you become a better business owner, and also to help you and your team screen out prospects. So moving forward, you guys don't have this as a recurring issue because as a business, you already have teams, you have equipment, you have accounting, you have so many different things that you have to handle as a business owner. The last thing you want to have to deal with is a disgruntled customer on a daily basis. They can become a nightmare for you.
And I think too, as business owners, we have to realize that we can choose our clients just like they can choose us.
That's right.
We don't always have to work with everybody. So if we see that they're not a good fit from the beginning, we can say, I don't think that we're a good fit for you. I think you'll be better off with another company. And that's okay.
That's okay.
And I think that's the thing that we have to understand because sometimes we just want get the business, regardless. But then at the end of the day, we have more to lose if things don't go right sometimes.
You're right.
Because if they're talking all whatever ways to us, we got to take the high road.
You're right.
And we got more to lose. We got a business, we got family, we got things and responsibilities, and they may not think like we're thinking. So we always have to be very careful with who we work with too.
You're definitely right. And here's the thing about it. I'm just gonna just keep the thing, 100% as far as we all know starting businesses, sometimes you don't have the leeway to turn down clientele. You're trying to make a name for yourself, you're trying to get a reputation. So you're gonna pretty much take what all you can get. But when you work hard and you put that sweat equity into your business, you really need to start concentrating more on when you build a solid foundation, you want to start concentrating more on screening your clients because the last thing you want is to provide a service for a person that they're just not going to be happy with, your product or your service.
And that's true to a certain degree, what you just said about that. But like for instance, my business as a real estate agent, I would tell a newer agent if they're having problems with a customer, the time that you spend dealing with that customer, you can go find two or three other
You're
customers.
definitely right.
And so just because you're new in that aspect don't mean that you still need to take disrespect. Because with our business, you work with these people for months at a time.
Yeah.
And so with your business, it's more of a one time you're done type of thing.
Yeah.
But with us, we talking to these people day in and
Day in
day
and day
out.
out. And sometimes that relationship can go on for weeks.
Right, and months.
Yeah.
And if it's toxic, then it's definitely not a good fit. So as we still have to learn at an early stage that if things don't fit for us, if it's not the client doesn't fit for us, then we should move forward with somebody else and give them, refer them out to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to say, you know what, thank you for the opportunity, but it's just not, I just don't think it's a good fit for us at this time. And trust me, that person, they're going to go find somebody else to give a hard time to. You can trust and believe that.
Right.
And
you'd rather them be mad at you at the beginning than mad at the end.
Mad at me at the end.
Right.
And also, too, I don't want you calling our offices day in and day out. I don't want you threatening our company,
right,
using derogatory language that as a business we can't use and we don't want to use. So those 1%ers, I just came to the realization of it's 1%. I'm gonna grow, sister. I'm gonna give you what you want, and that's it. And because I want to sleep well at night, and I don't want to go to sleep knowing that I'm going to have to face this monster tomorrow.
Right, right. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So we're not staying on long today. We just want to that was just something we've been thinking about. We've been dealing with, more so Thomas and me, and we've just been dealing with it for the last couple of days. Just kind of want to have a conversation about it. I'm sure other people are business owners and you deal with this more so than, I'm sure you do. So chime in, let us know your thoughts. If you are dealing with something like this, tell us how you're handling um, disgruntled
Disgruntled customers,
Yeah.
just tell us, what's some good ideas for you that benefited you and your company, moving forward. Kizzy and I, we're going to be coming at you guys with a lot of different, topics. I know we originally started out with traveling because that's our number one favorite. No, number two, our number one is eating. Eating is like number one. Eating is our number one. Eating, and we love to travel, but then we also too we have a life outside of traveling. We do have our careers. Right. We have our family. We have our hobbies. So we're going to be coming at you guys with a number of different topics. So we will always love it if you guys could like, share, and comment on our videos, and just let us know what you think. And also, too, please like our videos because it helps with the algorithm. Something that we started today was as you can see, this shirt. It's a cool shirt. I started this brand over a year ago, and it's Let's Be Great because in these day and time, that's the mindset that we need to have every single day. Is let's go be great. Right. That's the attitude I have, and that's the mantra I live by. So if you guys like this shirt, it comes in a t-shirt, muscle shirt, sweatshirts,
and all different colors,
hoodies, and it comes in all different colors. You can go to our website, which is tatescustomtees.com, and just look in our description. You'll see it in our bio. You can click on it, find out whatever shirt you like, and we'll have it shipped to your home. So we just wanted to, send that to you guys.
And also, I see a lot of you guys watch the videos, but most of the people who watch it has not subscribed. So please subscribe.
Please subscribe because we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we would really appreciate you guys if you will subscribe. It helps us with getting our message out. And so we just two people that started a YouTube channel, husband and wife, and just talking about random stuff. So
so until next time.